Hello, everybody. It's Erica. I'm going to be talking today about the energies of November 2022. I call this my global energy update. I try to do these monthly to just give a quick overview of what to expect in the collective energies. And I've been remiss in doing it the last couple of months. We had a few little hiccups here in the southern Florida area that kind of discombobulated everything, but that's okay. So November, are you feeling it? It's crazy. We have a lot of extremely rare, and I'm not going to get into all the nitty-gritty on the astrology because I have a whole couple other YouTube channels that focus on that, but let's just say there are some incredibly powerful alignments in the sky now that are very rare and very unique that are all culminating together now. We just had the first of a series of 2 eclipses here at the end of October. That was the new moon eclipse, the solar eclipse, and then we have another eclipse happening on November 8th, which is ironically the date of the midterm elections in the United States. So eclipse energy is really all about changes and necessary changes, but changes that align us to our higher path. There can be one of the best ways to describe eclipse energy is expediting the inevitable. Is that if something you've been putting off or something that needs to change hasn't changed, it's going to be adjusted by eclipses. So these eclipses come in groups, and so we've got these 2 here kind of straddling the beginning of November. At the end of October, we also had an extremely rare alignment. Here I am not saying I'm not going to talk about the astrology, but we had a very rare alignment with Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and the feminine. First time since 1770. So if we're thinking about the dates here, this is why I'm bringing it up, because it's actually relevant to what I'm talking about here. That ushered in a new era of the feminine, creativity, beauty, love, harmony, and cooperation. And so that's significant because you also think of what was going on back in the 1770s is the formation of the United States of America. And so what we have in November, actually, it's not even just November, where we are generally speaking right now is for the next couple of years, and it's already been going on since 2020, we are in a big transition where the astrology lines up basically to the planetary alignments line up to where they were during the American Revolution. And so many people and many astrologers have talked about this, and I've channeled this on my other YouTube channels and understanding the meaning of it all, but it's a big deal. And so with this in November, the reason I'm giving you this backstory is because in November, we've got the eclipses. We also have the 1111 portal, which is a manifestation portal. We've also got Mars, which has to do with war and aggression, just having stationed retrograde. We've got, I think it's Saturn and Pluto going direct. So what we have is in a nutshell, these combination of energies means big change is happening globally and in our own individual lives as well, but globally, and they have to do with structures. The structure of government, the structure of the financial banking system, the structures of the religious systems. It is all in the stars, and whether you buy into it or believe it or not, doesn't matter. The point is it's all happening, and we can point to past alignments and events that have correlated with these events. And November is a big freaking deal. So what I'm seeing in the energies is we are all being gifted with maybe even what may feel like sudden changes, but they are going to be changes for the better. But with the influence of Mars, be prepared for aggression and anger. And again, this is intended to be not like searching for the word. Everything I do is about empowerment and knowing when you know what's going to be happening or you're preempted or forewarned about potentials, it helps you navigate when things come up. You're like, yeah, well, this is kind of how that's supposed to be playing out. So in November, we do have, again, it's Scorpio energy. Scorpio is all about transformation and rebirth. It's very, very deep transformation. Scorpio is the mysterious, the hidden, the intense energy. So again, expect in the month of November, there may be beautiful manifestations coming in your world. There may be sudden changes. There may be surprises that accompany this, but definitely be prepared, especially with the influence of Mars, with aggression and anger, to make sure that you stay centered, continue to take care of self, because you want to make sure you stay as centered as possible. Because if there's a lot of big changes, unexpected structural global changes happening, starting here in November, it's not just November, it's going to continue on for the next several months in particular, this astrology of the next 6 months in particular. So there's going to be intensification of global events, of shifting structures, and likely potentially aggression, anger, war, things like that. So remember, this is necessary. This is necessary to move to the next level, to purge it, to clear through it. And just like with all transitions, we are birthing a new life for ourselves and for the planet. So through that comes intensity, intensity, maybe even some discomfort. But knowing this and understanding this will help us stay in our center and in our power, so that we can continue to navigate the intensity of the world around us. So especially with men and the masculine in particular. And remember, masculine energy lives in all of us. It is not simply a gender issue, but the masculine energy in particular has got to be aligned with his path and his purpose this month in particular, to stay steady for what is to come. And again, we are moving into the end of the year, a new year, the numerology changes once 2023 hits. I mean, there's a lot of change coming. So hang tight, stay steady. If you need to put up a lot of strong boundaries now, do so. It is self-preservation, which is super important. We may not be able to help people who are needing support, needing help. Maybe they're going to be going through a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty. And while we may want to help them, we may not be able to help everybody. And we need to make sure that we don't take ourselves down in the process. So we need to stay as empowered and as centered as we can as the world changes. The world continues to shift in major ways. So with that, November is going to be one of those months I genuinely feel that we are going to look back on years from now and be like, that's when everything changed. But changed for the better. It's just going to be a little while till we get to the beautiful end destination we are going to. So hang tight, have a beautiful month, and until next time, bye.